This episode is brought to you by the Invested Alignment Assessment. 25 questions that show you exactly where you are and which areas need your self-love and attention. It's free and the link is in the description.
Maybe it's me, I'm just choosing wrong. Because I keep choosing and it ain't working out. Chemistry, compatibility, a powerful connection, and all kind of stuff in common. And it still won't work without this one thing. There are 7 things that every relationship must have. And without the last one, none of the other ones matter. Now I'm gonna use my note for this one. Get you a pen and paper and let's go. Number 1, chemistry. Being attracted to your person and they be attracted to you is the foundational thread or the foundational piece that leads to that thing that our bodies need, that touch. Number 2, connection. Having that invisible but that thick, in the air, palatable draw to the other person is not only necessary, but it makes you feel understood and seen, and that needs to be vice versa. Number 3, compatibility and commonality. This is the one we talk about all the time. Oh, we're so compatible, we got so much stuff in common. Seeing some of your own traits, personality traits, characteristic traits reflected back to you, have that other person's reflections be a compliment to your life, and having interests like hobbies and leisurely things be common is how some people determine that their partner is also their best friend. Number 4, similar belief systems. This is one of the ones that we overlook often, and for me, it's a non-negotiable. To some level of sameness, you and your person need to share similar, not same, not identical, not perfect, similar belief systems. And I'm not talking about religion alone. Religion is one very small fraction piece of belief systems. I'm talking about how you see yourself, how you see the world, and how you see other people. That needs to be similar. Can you imagine your partner feeling like money is evil and you're an entrepreneur and you doing all the things that you can so that you can make the money to support your family and support other people and be able to donate and be a philanthropist and all of those things? And his belief system is set up to say people with money are evil, and that's who you picked. Sit with that. Number 5, respect, being considerate of the other person, their standard of and preference of treatment, and their boundaries. Number 6, we getting good. Non-contingent love. I'm talking about the love that does not rely on, depend on, need, or can even be influenced by what you can do, what you can give, anything outside of who you are. They've already decided, and they don't need you to do anything to influence that. It's nothing you can do to influence that. It's non-contingent love. There is no condition. I say that. There's no contingency on their love with you and vice versa. Number 7, this is the one. Without this, it does not matter if there is chemistry. It does not matter if there is connection. It does not matter if there's compatibility. It does not matter if you all have a ton of things in common. Having the belief system is going to be supportive, but even with that, without this number 7, it don't matter. Without number 7, which is alignment, none of it matters. What difference does it make if you share similar belief systems and you're not aligned? What difference does it make if there's a ton of chemistry and you're not aligned? He's sexy. You like touching him. He like touching you. You're not aligned. You're going to have some great moments in the bedroom. You're going to have some great moments of just touch and intimacy without the touch. It does not matter if you are not aligned. You can have all the things in common. You want to have, I love doing this and he like it too, and I like these kind of movies and he like them too, and that, all the things. We so compatible. We complement each other so well. That's awesome. You also have very different values in life. You see things very differently as it relates to what's important to you in the hierarchy of them. Yeah, he respects me so much to the degree that he can because he has very low self-worth about himself. To the degree that he can because he can't communicate with you well because he doesn't have any emotional intelligence. Alignment is the secret sauce to all of the things that we want, desire, and deserve in life because it gives us a way to look at a thing in its fullness, not these very surface things. And I'm not saying that these things are not important. Clearly they are. I had them on the list, right? I know they're important. I want them all. What I want more and what I want to be a healthy, sufficient level of sameness in is alignment. What's alignment? I'm glad you asked because that means you haven't seen me talk about alignment before, so let's go. Alignment, the way that I look at it, the way that I interpret it, and the tool that I use to gauge it is called invested. Invested, which means I'm aligned with myself. I'm aligned with my goals. I'm aligned with other people. And what we're talking about right here, I'm aligned with my person. We have similar interests in each other. I like him. He like me the same. And I don't mean identical, but I mean I'm not stalking him and he ignoring my phone calls. No, we like each other in a very similar way. We have shared or similar interests, hobbies and leisure things, things that we enjoy doing in our leisure time. Some of those are going to be different, and that's where that play comes in, where he can teach me some of his stuff and I can teach him some of my stuff. Intelligence. We still on I. Got your paper? Intelligence. He can hear a thing, learn a thing, and integrate it with reasonable proficiency over and over and over, and so can I. Net worth. I'm not talking about money. I'm talking about personal value. I know that I'm valuable because God said so. I know that if I don't do anything outside of what I've already done, which is be born, I have value. I am valuable. I am worthy. I am deserving. And he knows that about himself too. And he sees that in me, and I see that in him. You have very different values in life. You see things very differently as it relates to what's important to you in the hierarchy of them. E, emotional intelligence. I understand the difference between feelings and emotions, and so does he. I can regulate my emotions and I can control my feelings. So can he. I can, with reasonable proficiency, look at the environment that I'm in and the person that I'm with and the things that are going on and gauge what is happening in this room emotionally and energetically. And so can he. S, self-awareness. I know who I am to the degree of the work that I've done today. And for where I am on this journey right now, I'm 50. I know myself a little bit better at 50 than I did at 49. And at 51, I'm going to know myself a little bit better. And why? How does that happen? Because life is still happening. I'm still getting lessons. There are some things I don't know about myself because nothing has happened to unlock it. I haven't had an experience, circumstance, or situation to unlock that thing that I need to know about myself that I have not yet learned. So when I hear, I know myself, my question is, you done? Or are you saying for right now where you are? And even with that, I'm going to have a bunch of questions to make sure that you know yourself. And I want you to have a bunch for me. I'm talking about with my man, right? T, trust. And when I talk about trust, I'm talking about trust in a braving way. Brene Brown has an acronym called braving that is what she calls the anatomy of trust. How do we gauge trust? We use it this way. If you're not familiar with that, I would suggest you would take a look because it's super supportive. As a matter of fact, in my link, I'm talking about in the description, there is a PDF that's for free. I want you to go grab it, specifically for Gen Xers. And I'll kind of walk you through what she considers and I consider to be trust. So that's what that is. I need to be able to trust myself in a braving way. I need him to trust himself in a braving way. And then we need to be trustworthy people in the world the way we show up and trust each other in order for this thing to work. We got chemistry, but we don't have trust. It would never work with me. The second E is evolution. I not only invite and enjoy, but I seek out moments that I can be stretched, that I can grow, and that I can change because I know evolution calls for it. I used to be a baby. Now I'm an adult. That's as a result of evolution and change. I welcome it. I seek it out, and so does he. If he pushes back against change, we're not gonna work. These are things I need to know ahead of what hobbies he got and what he liked to do. That's cool. I want to know that, but I need to know: are you open to evolution and are you seeking it? And then D is direction. I know the way I'm going, and all of my choices and decisions that I make for my life take me in the direction that I'm going. It's the same with him, and we just happen to be going in the same direction. He's not trying to build a brand new brick and mortar business while I'm trying to retire. Not trying. He's not building a brick and mortar business while I am retiring and being nomadic, traveling the world. We're going in two different directions. How is that going to work?
Quick pause. If what I'm sharing is resonating, the Digital Alignment Pack is where you do the work. The books, the course, and 6 months of community. The link is below. All right, let's get back into it.
So while having all of these other things is necessary and important, in my opinion, without alignment, none of it matters. And I get it, I understand. There can be this feeling, and oftentimes there is this feeling that maybe it's me, I'm just choosing wrong, right? Because I keep choosing and it ain't working out. Maybe it's me. I would argue to say, maybe you lead in with feelings instead of, let me see how this is supportive to my life and what I want and what's for my highest good? Is it aligned with me? More than it being fun and sexy and we just lit and we got a connection and we got all these things in common, that's great. Is this person aligned with me? So I would say maybe not be so hard on yourself, give yourself some grace and some love and be kind, right? As you navigate all of this, because it's partnership. You talk to two different people from two different upbringings, lifestyles, circumstances, all the things. I'm going to use invested though to see where we at. Where we at? So here's the thought that I want to leave you with. You deserve healthy, supportive, aligned love. And you can't gauge that based on some feelings alone. There has to be some logic behind it. There has to be a gauge to measure, is this for me? We have pant sizes for a reason. It's a gauge to see, is this for me? Will it fit? That's why we got size charts. That's why we got different shoe sizes. Will this fit? And I can't say that it'll fit because it's a cute shoe. Oh, them some cute pants. I like that dress. Will it fit? It's cute. It's sexy as hell. I'm going to look good if I can put it on. Will it fit? So the 6 I want you to have, I'm going to have them. But I'm going to lead with number 7. Is this in alignment with me in an invested way? The area of alignment that this falls under is intelligence and emotional intelligence. I just shared a thing with you. Can you hear it, learn it, understand it, learn it, and integrate it into your dating practices, into your picking practices, into your choosing practices? It requires intelligence to be able to do that. And then emotional intelligence. You got to get out the feeling states. Honor them, respect them. Oh, I like him. I love his energy. He's sexy. I love the way he moves. All the things. Feel all of them. And then get back into your logic. Will he fit? Is this the right size? Will it complement my body? Will I have to make a bunch of adjustments and take it to the tailor 6 and 7 times when I could have just picked the right size? That's all I'm saying. All right, there's that. If this was supportive to you, I want you to share with somebody else that it may be supportive to as well. Go ahead down in the description and grab that free 5-day alignment reset guide, and I will see you in the next one.
If this spoke to you, the Ultimate Alignment Pack, the Digital Alignment Pack, or the Digital Ebook Bundle is where you go deeper. The link is in the description. And if you haven't already, go ahead and subscribe.